10 hidden etiquette clues only classy men recognize. You won't believe number 4, Old Stoic Wisdom. Class isn't defined by your suit or the car you drive. It's in the things you don't say, the moments you don't fill with noise. It's about how you hold yourself, the quiet power of a well-timed pause, or the elegance of an unspoken gesture. True sophistication comes from the subtle signals you give off without uttering a word. Today, I'm about to share with you 10 hidden etiquette clues that not only command respect, but set apart the truly distinguished men. And here's the twist. Number 4, it's the key reason some men soar to the top while others remain unseen. Let's dive in. Remember, as the great Oscar Wilde said, you can never be overdressed or overeducated, so let's get you both. Welcome to EMA, where high-value men come to refine their style, master their love lives, and seize control of their relationships. Number 1, a handshake that tells more than words. A handshake may seem like a simple, inconsequential gesture, but it often carries more weight than words ever could. Yet most men fail to fully understand its true power, unknowingly sending the wrong signals. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that a strong, firm grip will convey respect and command attention, but this is a misconception. A bone-crushing handshake can leave a bad impression, making others feel uncomfortable or even intimidated. On the other hand, offering a weak, limp handshake often conveys a lack of confidence or enthusiasm, leaving the other person wondering whether you're truly engaged or interested in the conversation. Both approaches undermine the subtle but powerful message you're trying to send, which is one of confidence, poise, and mutual respect. So, how can you get it right? The key is balance. A handshake should be firm, yet not overpowering, steady, but not stiff. Think of it as an opportunity to connect, not to compete. When you extend your hand, match the pressure you're given. Don't try to assert dominance with your grip, but also don't let your hand go limp in a sign of submission. Hold the handshake for just the right amount of time, usually a few seconds, long enough to show that you're present and engaged, but not so long that it feels awkward. And as you do, make brief but steady eye contact. This is crucial, as it helps to convey your sincerity and attentiveness. That brief moment of connection speaks volumes about who you are as a person. It signals that you are grounded, confident, and genuinely interested in the interaction. A strong handshake doesn't scream for attention, but it leaves people with a quiet impression that you are someone they can trust. Your presence, your confidence, and your engagement all come across in that simple gesture, setting the stage for a meaningful connection without you having to say a word. This is why the right handshake can have an impact in almost any situation, from a high-stakes business meeting to a casual greeting with an old friend, or even a quick exchange with someone providing you with a service. The effect is universal. In every case, it leaves an indelible impression, telling the other person that you are reliable, sincere, and steady. It's one of those rare instances where non-verbal communication does the heavy lifting, leaving the words you say to merely reinforce what's already been communicated. It's important to understand that the handshake isn't just about politeness or ritual. It's a subtle yet powerful tool for building rapport. It helps to lay the foundation for trust, and trust is the cornerstone of any successful relationship, whether personal or professional. That's why it's so important to get it right. As the famous writer and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The secret of good life is to have a great, deep connection with others, and sometimes that connection begins with something as simple yet as profound as a handshake." So next time you meet someone, whether it's a business partner, a potential client, or even an old friend, remember that your handshake is your introduction, your first opportunity to make a lasting impression. Make it count. It doesn't require force or theatrics. It just needs to reflect your confidence and your readiness to engage. Think of it as the first step in demonstrating the class and wisdom you've earned through experience. You don't need to shout to be heard. Your handshake will do the talking for you. and once you've mastered it, you'll notice the difference it makes in how people respond to you, how they perceive your character, and how your relationships begin to take on a new level of trust and respect. Number 2, the power of silence in conversations. The power of silence in conversations is a secret that most men overlook. The modern world teaches us to fill every gap with words, to speak rapidly, to always have an opinion or a joke ready for any situation. But in truth, it's the silence that holds the most power. It's the silence that separates the men who simply talk from the men who command attention. Think about it. How many times have you witnessed someone speak over another, afraid of the pause, afraid of the silence? You see, silence is where influence lives, where respect is cultivated, and where true mastery over communication begins. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." That's the mindset you must adopt. When you embrace silence, you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You're showing that you're thoughtful, measured, and fully present in the moment. The next time someone finishes speaking, don't rush in to fill the space with a hasty reply. Take a deep breath. Let your words land with weight. Give the other person the respect they deserve by allowing them to absorb what was just said. In those quiet moments, you show your strength, your control, and your understanding of the dynamics of conversation. In a meeting, the pause can turn the entire room's attention toward you, commanding a level of respect and authority that words alone cannot achieve. In personal interactions, it signals depth, thoughtfulness, and confidence. Silence makes you magnetic. People lean in, curious about what you'll say next, eager for your words because you've built anticipation, given them space to reflect on what's been said. That's the difference between being a man who simply speaks and a man whose words have power. When you own silence, you control the room. You stop being just another voice among many and become the one everyone remembers. The power is in the pause, in knowing when to speak and when to let silence do the talking for you. Silence is not awkward when you are the one who commands it. As author and businessman Jim Rohn once said, "The book you don't read won't help. And the conversation you don't master, it won't elevate you." So embrace the silence. Stand tall, confident, and let the world take notice of your presence. Let your words be deliberate, let your silence be deliberate, and soon you'll notice how different you are from the average man. Silence speaks louder than words ever will. If you want to command attention, elevate your presence and master the art of conversation. Embrace the power of silence. Drop a comment below right now. I am the man who commands the pause. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remind yourself daily, true strength is in knowing when to speak and when to listen. Number 3, the art of waiting before responding. The third hidden etiquette clue that only the truly refined men seem to grasp is the art of waiting before responding, a practice that most men unfortunately overlook. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of rushing to fill a pause in conversation, eagerly jumping in as soon as the other person takes a breath. In these moments, the desire to contribute or simply show you're engaged can often lead to the impression of impatience or worse, a lack of respect for what the other person is trying to say. By interrupting or hastily reacting, you might miss out on valuable insights that are just about to emerge. Instead, the true mark of a refined man lies in his ability to hold back, to pause, and give the speaker a moment to finish their thought. This small act of waiting may seem insignificant, but it speaks volumes. It signals that you're truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak. This pause allows the speaker to feel heard and valued, which deepens the connection and shows that you are fully present in the moment. In professional settings, this behavior is perceived as leadership. It reflects patience and thoughtfulness, qualities that inspire confidence in others. With friends and family, it fosters more meaningful conversations, turning a casual exchange into an opportunity for genuine connection. Here's the bonus that comes with this practice. By giving yourself that extra moment to listen and reflect, you often find you're able to offer a much more thoughtful and well-crafted response. You've allowed your mind to sift through the ideas and the emotions at play, and as a result, your words hold more weight. It's a subtle yet powerful habit that can enhance your presence, not just in professional environments, but in all areas of life. By cultivating this art, you quietly elevate your stature, exuding confidence and wisdom without ever having to rush your response. It's these small, often overlooked moments that separate the truly classy men from the rest, and they make a world of difference in how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Number 4. Subtle body language cues that show confidence without arrogance. When it comes to displaying true confidence, many men fall into the trap of overcompensating, believing that they need to project a larger-than-life persona to be seen as self-assured. They often resort to dramatic gestures like puffing out their chest, expanding their arms wide, or taking up as much space as possible, all in an attempt to appear dominant. This may seem effective in the short term, but in reality, these exaggerated displays are more about masking insecurity than exuding true confidence. The mistake lies in the belief that confidence needs to be loudly proclaimed. But here's the twist. Genuine confidence doesn't need to make a spectacle of itself. In fact, the most confident men in any room rarely feel the need to show off. They carry themselves with an understated sense of self-assurance that comes from a place of inner peace and control, not bravado. So what should you do instead? The key to displaying real confidence is subtlety. It's not about forcing your presence on others, but rather about showing up as your authentic self in a relaxed, composed manner. The first step is to adjust your posture. Stand tall, but avoid being stiff. Your shoulders should be back, not in a rigid way that signals tension, but in a natural, fluid motion that indicates you're centered and at ease. This simple adjustment immediately communicates that you're grounded without the need for exaggerated posturing. Beyond posture, it's the small, deliberate gestures that make a lasting impression. When someone speaks to you, a slight nod of the head demonstrates that you're engaged and listening, without being overly enthusiastic or trying to dominate the conversation. A relaxed, warm smile, rather than a forced grin or a stiff expression, makes you approachable and inviting. And most importantly, steady eye contact shows that you are present, confident, and not afraid of connecting with others on a deeper level. These small but powerful actions speak volumes, often far more than any power pose could. Confidence, after all, is about creating an aura of trustworthiness and composure. It's not about trying to control the room with your presence, but rather about emanating a sense of calm that naturally draws people to you. It's about being someone who can be relied upon without uttering a word. In social settings, this quiet confidence makes you magnetic. People are naturally drawn to your composed demeanor. At work, it elevates you as a leader, someone whose decisions are measured and thoughtful. Among friends, your self-assurance fosters a sense of trust, knowing that you don't need validation to feel secure in yourself. This type of confidence doesn't require constant reassurance or external recognition. As you embody these subtle cues, your body language will do all the talking for you, allowing you to move through life with a sense of calm authority. As the famous writer and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely stated, "Self-reliance is the key to a man's success." The true measure of confidence lies not in how loudly you speak, but in how well you carry yourself through the world, secure in who you are. This understated yet powerful confidence creates a magnetic presence that's far more respected and trusted than any boastful or brash behavior could ever achieve. You don't need to announce yourself or make a scene. Instead, your confidence will shine through in the way you stand, the way you interact, and the way you navigate the world. This kind of quiet power allows you to connect with others on a more meaningful level, whether it's in professional environments, social gatherings, or personal relationships. So the next time you find yourself entering a room, Remember that confidence isn't about taking up space or making a statement. It's about knowing your worth and letting your presence speak for itself. As you master the art of subtle body language, you'll realize that your calm, composed manner is far more compelling than any dramatic gesture or grandiose stance. If you found this valuable, comment below and share it with someone who could benefit from this wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Comment to remember: true confidence is in subtlety, not spectacle. Number 5. How to stand when you're listening, not talking. Most men overlook a crucial aspect of their presence: the way they stand while listening. Too many cross their arms, shuffle from foot to foot, glance at their phone, or scan the room as someone speaks. Without even realizing it, they convey a loud message: "I'd rather be anywhere else." This simple, subconscious behavior sends a signal of disinterest and disrespect, even if that's not the intention. So, how can you command respect and show genuine attention? The answer is simple yet powerful. Stand still, face the speaker directly, and keep your hands relaxed at your sides or gently clasped in front of you. A subtle forward lean shows you're engaged, that you're truly absorbing what's being said. This unspoken body language speaks volumes about your respect for the other person and your own self-discipline. When you engage this way, you're not just physically present, you're mentally present too. Remember, this small shift can dramatically change how people perceive you. In professional settings, it earns you the respect of colleagues and superiors alike. With friends and family, it fosters deeper connections. And socially, it transforms you into someone others feel comfortable confiding in. As the ancient Stoics taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By investing in the attention you give, you not only enrich the moment, but also those around you. People may not always remember what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. You're not just making an impression, you're creating a lasting impact. So next time you're in a conversation, remember, your presence speaks louder than words. Don't just be there. Show up truly and fully. If you agree, hit like, share this wisdom with others, and leave a comment below telling us how you plan to implement this powerful shift in your life. Remember, small adjustments lead to monumental changes. Number 6. How to leave a conversation gracefully. Mastering the art of conversation extends far beyond simply knowing how to start a discussion. It also involves understanding the delicate nuances of how to exit one with finesse. Many men fall into one of two traps when it's time to leave a conversation. Some make the mistake of cutting things off too abruptly, perhaps glancing at their watch or darting away without much warning. This sudden departure often leaves the other person feeling slighted, as if they've been brushed off. On the other hand, some men linger too long, dragging out small talk until the interaction becomes awkward and strained. Both approaches can leave the other party uncomfortable, and that uneasy impression can linger long after the conversation has ended. A truly refined man, however, knows that the key to a graceful exit is timing, tact, and a touch of strategy. Rather than rushing for the door or sticking around too long, the art lies in recognizing the right moment, a natural pause in the conversation when there's a natural lull, and the exchange feels like it has reached its peak. At this point, rather than cutting the conversation short or forcing more words, a polished exit involves offering a warm, genuine smile and saying something along the lines of, "It's been great chatting with you. I'll let you catch up with the others, but let's pick this up another time." This simple yet effective phrase allows you to express that the interaction has been valuable without overextending the moment. The magic here isn't just in being polite, although that's certainly part of it. It's in ensuring that the other person feels respected and valued rather than dismissed or abandoned. By leaving on a positive note, you guarantee that the interaction has ended with goodwill, and you've exited in a way that is memorable for all the right reasons. People remember how you made them feel, and in social settings, whether at a networking event, a dinner party, or even a casual family gathering, the way you leave can be as significant as how you enter. A man who can gracefully bow out of a conversation with confidence and respect is one who leaves an enduring impression of poise and thoughtfulness. When you leave a conversation smoothly and elegantly, it says more than just, "I'm done talking." It communicates that you are in control of the situation and that you value both the interaction and the other person's time. By ensuring that your exit doesn't leave anyone feeling awkward or dismissed, you maintain the integrity of the relationship and keep the doors open for future interactions. Think of your exit as a final note, the last chord in a symphony that's been carefully played. If you make it sound sweet and well-timed, the music lingers in people's minds long after the event. So whether you're networking in a professional environment, catching up with friends at a dinner party, or attending a family celebration, remember that a graceful exit isn't just about timing. It's about ensuring that you leave others with a sense of appreciation for the conversation. The art of the exit, after all, is what keeps your relationships warm and vibrant, ensuring that when you do return, your presence is always welcomed with enthusiasm. If you've made it this far, you're already mastering a critical aspect of communication. Most men falter in the way they exit conversations, but you've learned the art of leaving gracefully, with respect and poise. This is a game changer. Please comment, "I leave conversations with confidence and class." Number 7. The importance of being genuinely interested in others' stories. Number 7 underscores a powerful yet often overlooked trait in social dynamics, the importance of being genuinely interested in others' stories. In today's world, where distractions are constant and conversations often feel rushed, it's easy for men to fall into the trap of listening just long enough to jump in with their own story. Picture this. Someone begins telling you about an incredible trip they took, and without missing a beat, you chime in with, "Oh, I've been there too. Let me tell you about my experience." While your intention may be to relate, the truth is that in doing so, you immediately shift the focus away from the person who was speaking, and they often become quietly disengaged. It's a subtle move, but it undermines connection. The person who shared their experience may smile, nod, and politely let you continue, but deep down, they've mentally checked out. What they were hoping for was not just acknowledgement, but engagement, a genuine curiosity about their story, a feeling of being seen and valued. So how do we avoid making this mistake? How do we become the kind of man who makes others feel heard? The answer is simple, yet powerful. Stay curious. Resist the temptation to quickly jump in with your own experiences. Instead, focus on the other person's narrative. Ask questions that encourage them to share more, delve deeper, and elaborate on what they're saying. Instead of mentally preparing your next response, truly listen, absorb their words, and then respond thoughtfully, not with a quick story of your own, but with a question that deepens the conversation. Phrases like, "That's fascinating, how did that feel?" or "What happened next?" show not only that you've been paying attention, but that you care about understanding their experience on a deeper level. It's a subtle shift, but it can make a profound difference. Why is this so important? Because the ripple effect of truly listening is immense. When you take the time to listen without waiting to talk, you create a powerful connection with the other person. They feel heard, valued, and understood, something that is increasingly rare in our fast-paced, technology-driven world. People don't always remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. By making others feel important, you become someone they trust. You become someone they want to open up to, share their thoughts with, and keep coming back to. In fact, the more you practice this genuine curiosity, the more others will be drawn to you. This isn't just beneficial in personal relationships, it strengthens professional ties as well. In the workplace, where trust and collaboration are key, people will remember the man who made the effort to truly listen, to make them feel seen and valued. Moreover, this practice doesn't just foster better relationships, it also increases your social attractiveness. It's a simple truth. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel important and heard. This is a trait that not only enhances your friendships, but also deepens your connections with acquaintances, colleagues, and even strangers. In a social setting, you become the person people gravitate towards because they know you will give them your full attention, that you'll ask thoughtful questions, and that you'll genuinely care about what they have to say. This makes you not just more likable, but more memorable. The ability to listen with genuine curiosity is rooted in a basic human need, the desire to feel acknowledged. As the philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson beautifully put it, the glory of friendship is not the outstretched hand, nor the kindly smile, nor the joy of companionship. It is the spiritual inspiration that comes to you when you discover that someone else believes in you and is willing to share their life with you. This insight speaks directly to the power of listening. It's not about sharing your own story or seeking validation. It's about offering the gift of being truly present for another person. By listening with genuine interest, you not only create a deeper connection with the person speaking, but also position yourself as someone who is emotionally intelligent and empathetic. It's easy to let conversations slip into self-centered territory, but when you make the conscious decision to listen intently, to be fully present, and to follow up with questions that encourage deeper dialogue, you elevate the quality of your relationships. The result is more trust, stronger bonds, and a greater sense of fulfillment. People are always searching for connections that go beyond surface-level exchanges, and by embracing the art of true listening, you become the man who can offer that. Remember, everyone wants to feel seen and heard. It's not about dominating the conversation with your own experiences. It's about making others feel special by giving them your full attention and curiosity. So the next time someone begins sharing their story, don't rush to interrupt with your own. Instead, take a step back, let them have the spotlight, and listen with an open mind and a genuine interest in their experience. The rewards will be undeniable. Number 8. The strategic use of eye contact to command respect. Most men get this wrong in two distinct ways. Either they stare too intensely, creating an atmosphere of discomfort that makes others want to look away, or they avoid eye contact altogether, inadvertently signaling insecurity or disinterest. Both extremes are deadly to your presence. They quietly chip away at your ability to command respect, to influence conversations, to be seen as someone who leads rather than follows. But here's the thing. You don't need to overthink it. The secret lies in balance. The true power of eye contact comes when you hold it naturally and steadily, neither too intense nor too weak. When speaking or listening, allow your gaze to remain calm and purposeful, but soften it just enough to make others feel at ease. Blink normally and break the gaze from time to time, not out of nervousness, but as a sign of relaxation, reinforcing the idea that you are confident in your position and comfortable with the interaction. And here's the magic. When you reconnect, the moment of reconnection holds the real power. That steady, deliberate eye contact, combined with a slight, thoughtful break, speaks volumes without uttering a word. It sends a signal that you are present in the conversation, that you are not distracted, and that you are genuinely invested in the person or topic before you. This small adjustment can make a monumental difference in the way people perceive you. It signals confidence, honesty, and warmth all at once. It builds trust, encourages deeper conversation, and establishes an undeniable presence in any room. Whether you're in a boardroom, a social gathering, or a one-on-one conversation, good eye contact can elevate your stature. But it doesn't stop there. Science backs this up. Studies have consistently shown that people who maintain steady, confident eye contact are perceived as more competent and trustworthy. When you look someone in the eye with the intention and purpose, you communicate a sense of reliability, strength, and self-assurance that is undeniable. It's a small adjustment, yet its impact is immense. This simple yet profound skill can unlock doors, build lasting relationships, and make you stand out in ways that others who are not so aware will never understand. Think about it. In the modern world, where distractions and superficial connections are the norm, those who command respect through subtle yet deliberate body language are the ones who rise above the noise. They are the ones who make people take notice, listen closely, and trust their judgment. As the famous philosopher Aristotle once said, character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Eye contact is the mirror of your character, and in those precious moments when your gaze meets another's, you are showing them exactly who you are. You are not just an ordinary man trying to blend in. You are a man who stands tall, with conviction and clarity. So, next time you enter a room, remember that those few seconds of eye contact could define how others see you, command respect, exude confidence, and make a lasting impact. This is not just a lesson in etiquette, it's a fundamental principle of leadership. This is how you become someone people want to follow, listen to, and trust. Don't underestimate the power of eye contact. It can change the way you're perceived forever. So if you're ready to elevate your presence and master the art of influence, hit that like button, share your thoughts below, and comment with a statement that affirms your commitment to mastering this skill. If you're hungry for more secrets on how to command the room, subscribe now and join the ranks of those who truly know how to make an impact. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Number 9. The double check rule. In the fast-paced world we live in, where everyone is constantly juggling tasks and running through conversations, there's one golden rule that the most refined men follow, the double check rule. This principle may seem simple, but it speaks volumes about your character. Many men, eager to move quickly, often rush through important tasks and interactions, assuming they've got it all under control. Yet, in doing so, they risk overlooking small but significant details, a name misremembered, an important point missed, or a miscommunication in a meeting. These are the kinds of slip-ups that often go unnoticed in the moment, but gradually chip away at your reputation. The next time you miss a detail like a forgotten follow-up or a mispronounced name, remember, it's not just an isolated mistake. It can impact how others perceive your reliability and attention to detail. So, what should a classy man do instead? Slow down just enough to double-check. Whether it's confirming the dinner reservation, glancing over an email before sending it off, or making sure you remember the person's name before greeting them, this moment of careful consideration conveys something much more significant than mere diligence. It shows precision, respect, and a quiet commitment to getting things right. This isn't just about avoiding awkward situations. It's about crafting a reputation that is built on trustworthiness and dependability. A man who takes that extra moment to verify details stands out in a world where everything seems rushed and chaotic. People notice when you take the time to get things right, and that's the type of man others admire and rely on. In both social and professional circles, these little acts of mindfulness build a steady foundation for long-lasting relationships and respect. At the end of the day, the man who consistently takes his time to double-check isn't just avoiding mistakes. He's laying the groundwork for a reputation that commands respect. The double-check rule isn't just a small habit. It's a philosophy that speaks to a man's character and dedication to excellence. In a world full of fast-paced, fleeting interactions, it's a simple practice that can distinguish you from the crowd and make you someone people can count on, both in business and in life. Number 10. Why classy men never interrupt. Classy men have an inherent understanding of how to navigate conversations with grace, humility, and respect. One of the most impactful, yet often underrated traits of a truly refined man is his ability to listen without interrupting. It may seem like a minor detail, but the reality is, most men interrupt others without even realizing it. Whether it's driven by excitement, impatience, or simply the desire to get their own thoughts out, many find themselves cutting others off mid-sentence. The issue is not just in the act of interrupting itself, but in the message it conveys. Every time you interrupt, you're subtly signaling that your words are more important than the other person's. And this isn't something that fades easily. Once you make a habit of interrupting, that's the reputation you build. This perception can linger in professional environments, social circles, and personal relationships. People start to view you as someone who values their own voice over the contributions of others, and that can have a lasting impact on how they interact with you in the future. So what can you do to shift this dynamic and become the man who truly embodies elegance and composure in conversation? It's simple. Hold back. Resist the urge to speak immediately, even when you're bursting with excitement or a great idea. Allow the other person to finish their thought. It's not about stifling your own voice, but about exercising the discipline to let someone fully express themselves. If you have an idea or a counterpoint, hold on to it mentally for the moment. Let the other person finish and really listen to their words. It's a practice that shows you value their perspective, and you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. It reflects emotional intelligence, patience, and, above all, respect. You are, in effect, saying that their thoughts are worth your time and attention. In a world where many conversations are fast-paced and dominated by quick responses, this simple act can set you apart. The results of this subtle shift in behaviour are profound. Colleagues will start to see you as a calm, thoughtful presence in the office or in meetings. You become the person who contributes in meaningful ways, listening carefully before offering your opinion. In personal relationships, whether with friends or family, this approach makes you someone who is genuinely present in the moment. People begin to feel heard around you, which in turn strengthens your bonds with them. You create a space where others feel comfortable sharing their thoughts without fear of being interrupted or dismissed. It's a powerful thing to be the person who can hold space for others' ideas and allow them to fully express themselves. And here's the irony. By holding back and listening, you actually gain more insight and wisdom from the conversation than you would if you had interrupted. You'll find yourself understanding others on a deeper level, hearing nuances you might have missed if you were too eager to speak. This allows you to be more connected in every interaction, more perceptive in your relationships, and more discerning in your decision-making. This skill isn't just about showing respect. It's about being intentional in your interactions with others. As the ancient philosopher Lao Tzu wisely said, silence is a source of great strength. When you practice this, you open yourself up to the potential for deeper, more meaningful exchanges. It's a quiet yet powerful form of strength that elevates you in the eyes of others. People respect those who have the ability to listen, not only because it makes them feel valued, but because it reflects a depth of character and an understanding of the importance of being present. Over time, this practice builds your reputation as someone who can be trusted, someone who contributes thoughtfully and meaningfully to conversations. As you continue to adopt this approach, you'll find that the quality of your conversations improves. You'll notice that you start having more enriching discussions, hearing perspectives that you may have missed in the past. People will start coming to you for advice, and your social circle will naturally gravitate toward you because they value your genuine attention and thoughtfulness. By showing others the respect they deserve, you create a ripple effect that positively influences every relationship you have. It's a small change, but the impact is immeasurable. Before we dive into the bonus point, make sure you check the links in the video description. We've included some helpful resources to guide you in making these habits a seamless part of your daily life. And if you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop the word class in the comments. It's a quiet way of showing that you're part of this sharp, intentional community. Remember, becoming a truly classy man isn't about grand gestures or flashy displays of superiority. It's about the small, consistent actions that reflect your respect for others and your commitment to living a life of intentionality and grace. Bonus point: they master the art of patience. Most men rush through conversations, decisions, even daily routines, thinking speed equals strength. But here's the quiet truth. Patience is the ultimate display of control. What to do instead? Slow down. Give situations time to unfold. Whether it's a negotiation, a family discussion, or a personal goal, pause before reacting. Let others speak fully, and resist the urge to fill every gap with action. Patience sends a powerful message. You're steady, thoughtful, and unshaken by pressure. People instinctively trust and respect the man who doesn't scramble to keep up, but instead sets his own calm, deliberate pace. And the unexpected payoff? You often get better results, deeper connections, and a reputation as someone others want to follow. Hey, thank you so much for sticking with us all the way to the end. You are now officially part of the real core of this community, and we genuinely appreciate you for coming back to learn, grow, and level up with us. It's not easy to stay committed to self-improvement, but you've done it, and that shows real dedication. Now, let's talk about those hidden etiquette clues we explored today. It's not just about knowing these tips, it's about applying them consistently to elevate your everyday life. Whether it's mastering the subtle art of listening, showing respect to everyone around you, or embracing timeless Stoic wisdom, these principles aren't just traits you show off. They're habits that build genuine class and character over time. And the best part? They work in any situation, from a casual coffee shop visit to a high-stakes business meeting. Classy men don't just look refined, they embody it in everything they do. So take these insights, apply them, and watch how they transform your relationships and personal growth. If you got value from this video, please consider giving it a like. Your support helps us out more than you know, and boosts this content's visibility, so more people like you can benefit from these tips. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe for daily insights that are designed to elevate your life in meaningful ways. It's all about consistent growth, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Also, if there's someone in your life who could use these insights, go ahead and share this video with them. Let's help each other level up. Lastly, we've got another video right here that we believe will continue your journey of growth. Click on it, and let's keep this momentum going. We'll see you back here soon. Thanks again for being part of this amazing community.